welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and we're here today for one of the most fun press conferences of the year, where we announce and support the Have a Heart food drive. This is a program that we started back in probably the mid-90s, so it's probably about 20 years old. The whole We Feed effort started in 1992 in Woodbridge Township. This started a couple of years later, so we're celebrating about 20 years of the Have a Heart food drive. And what this means is on Valentine's Day, hence the heart, February 14th, we ask businesses and people all throughout the town to donate either 214 pounds of food or $214 to our food pantry effort. Everybody pays attention to food pantries heading up to Thanksgiving, heading up to Christmas, all during the holidays. It's a focus. People think about it. And then January hits and it gets cold, and February hits and it gets cold, and there's nothing to spur people on to make them aware, to remind them of the need for food in our food pantries and soup kitchens. So that's why we've been doing this for 20 years, and we're very happy to do it. And there's so many great people here today that want to talk about what we do, and let them all talk, and several want to make donations to us. So let me start with the man who is the conscience of the food drives in Woodbridge Township. He was involved back in 1992. He started them. He works in our health department. He just became a deacon at St. Anthony de Padua Church in Port Reading. So he's very close to the man upstairs, closer than anybody else here. So he's working on it. So let me ask Peter Barcelona to say a few words about the Have a Heart food drive.
Thank you, Mayor. And without the mayor's support, We Feed would not be here. But We Feed actually is a committee of 11 food pantries. Our pantries serve approximately 600 families per month. Roughly several thousand bags of food we give out a month. And the drive that we're starting today is a drive that will carry us through till the spring. The monies that we receive will be used, our pantries will share the money, and that money will be used to be put on account at the Community Food Bank in Hillside, where they can purchase food at a very, very low cost. And also to purchase food, non-perishable foods that we generally don't get during our food drives. But the need is great. The people out there that we see come from a variety of different things, families with medical issues, families with certain dynamics in families that need our help, and we see every day, and it's a pleasure to be able to help them. And again, we thank the mayor, the council, and all those involved with the food drives that support us every day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter. We have a couple of council people here. To my right is Debbie Means. She's the 5th Ward Councilwoman covering Colonia. She's also, as a business owner, very active with the Colonia business community, the CBC. They're a sort of like a mini chamber of commerce group within the Colonia business district. And every year, Debbie coordinates the Taste of Colonia, which is coming up. I'll let her explain it. But the proceeds from Taste of Colonia and a food drive that night at the Country Club provide money to be donated to the Have a Heart food drive. So let me ask Debbie Meehan to say a few words about all of that.
Like Peter and the mayor said, through the years we don't think about people that are hungry, and they're hungry all year long. And we make such an effort at the holidays to collect food and do so much for them, but we have to continue to think about them all year long. So one of the things the Colonia business does is it's a bunch of businesses in downtown Colonia, and we get together and we put on an event called the Taste of Colonia, and that's held on February 5th, the first Friday in February. What we do is it's different restaurants and wines, and everybody comes. It's $30 a ticket, and we ask everybody to bring a piece of food or can of food, box of food, whatever they want to bring, and we take all that, and Peter comes at the end of the event, we pile it into a truck, and we bring it to the food bank. So last year we were very, very successful. So if anybody would like to come out, it is a fun event, and it's a great way to help our community. You can call me at 732-382-0273. Again, the tickets are $30. It starts at 6 o'clock. It's 6 to 9, and it's held at the Colonia Country Club, and we would love for you to join us in it. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. We have another council person, Councilman Greg Ficarra, Councilman at Large, who always supports our events. And let me ask Greg to say a few words.
Thank you, John. Thank you to Wegmans, Northfield Bank, and Debbie, and to everybody who participates. Thank you to the teachers who have brought the young people here today to learn at a very young age the importance of giving back to your community. Peter always does a good job. You'll see Peter at the concerts in the summertime. He's out. As Debbie said, it's an all year round program, but very happy to have the young people here, and thank you to the teachers.
Thank you. It's very important, like Greg said, that you hear, because how many of you, when you go home tonight, are going to have dinner? How many of you are going to have dinner tonight at home? Who's not going to? Keep going. How many are going to have dinner, right? There. Okay, you know what? Okay, that's cool. Now, there's a lot of kids, you can put your hands down now. There's a lot of kids your age that are going to go home tonight, are going to be home already, and they don't have what you have. And that's why it's important that you hear, like Mr. Ficara said, because you have to think how lucky you are sometimes. And not everybody has what you have. And there's some kids tonight that are going to go to bed hungry. So the job of all these people here is to make sure that doesn't happen in Woodbridge Township. So that's why it's important that you guys are here, like Mr. Ficara said. I'd now like to introduce from Northfield Bank, Angie Serkis, who would like to make a, oh, there we go. There's a ghost in the room. Let me ask Angie to make a presentation to Peter here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, everyone. This is Northfield Bank is very, very proud to present a check to the We Feed Woodbridge for $2,140. We're very proud to be sponsors of this wonderful, wonderful event that you guys do. And one of our slogans is United with the Community, and this is by far our favorite, unification with the community. So without further ado, Peter, here's the check.
Thank you very much. Northfield Bank is always there whenever we need them. In fact, if you guys have ever seen the plays over the summer, they wouldn't happen without Northfield Bank. They always contribute to that. They're great for our community. And now I'd like to ask, let me get your name, Lysandra Gatson, who's the service manager for Wegmans. Wegmans and ShopRite always contribute and always have a little rivalry going here. I think Wegmans is winning because ShopRite didn't show up. So let me ask Lysandra to say a few words on behalf of Wegmans.
Good morning, everyone. I'm proud to be here today to represent Wegmans Food Markets. One of our company's values is making a difference in the community, and you know how wonderful it is to be in a community where we have our mayor every day striving to do exactly the same thing. So, thank you, Mayor McCormick. To help support the township's mission of restocking the food pantries throughout the community and supporting the Have a Heart campaign, I would like to share that today Wegmans Food Markets would like to donate not just 214 pounds of food, but we'll be doubling that, and we brought today 428 pounds to get the campaign started. And we will also be sending over a check for $428 as well. And we will continue to support the campaign. Starting this week, you can visit Wegmans Food Markets right here in Woodbridge. We will have a box in our vestibule, so if anyone would like to drop off any donations, the box will be there, and we'll make sure that gets over to the township to support this campaign. Thanks for having us here.
Great. You guys, I remember maybe a couple of months ago, I remember it was a little bit cold out, you guys had a drive where they put food outside, and you walked up and said, I'll take a case of cranberry sauce, except you didn't take the case, they put it right in the donation.
Yep, right to
right?
the truck.
Pretty good idea, really very good idea. We're also lucky today, you know, when kids are in high school, it's tough to get them out of class because the teachers want to keep them here. But we're very, very fortunate that Reverend Leslie Samuels, algebra teacher at Woodbridge High School, let him out today to come join us. So I would like to call up from the Metro Park Assembly of God, Reverend Leslie Samuels, who's not studying algebra right now because he came out to be with us. Reverend?
It's a privilege for me to be here. I want to thank Mayor McCormick and Councilmen and Women, and certainly Peter Barcelona for heading this effort. And I want to thank you and local businesses. I want to encourage you to participate. Our township needs your help. It counts on us. And at the same time, it's a privilege for us food banks to be able to participate. And on behalf of Metro Park Assembly of God Church, we hope that we can continue to serve our community better. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I hope you get an A in class. There's several outside groups and church groups besides Reverend here. Jake doesn't even live in Woodbridge, but he's with the First Presbyterian Church in Avenel. Does an amazing job with that group. As Peter said, there's 11 different food pantries. Jake, you want to come up and say a few words?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Peter, for all the work that you do. You know, Mr. McCormick, our mayor, well, not my mayor, he's the only mayor I know in the eastern New Jersey, maybe the whole state of New Jersey, or maybe even the whole country, who's always behind the food drives, making sure that the people in his community are always fed. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for your support. And thank you to all the merchants and all the banks and everyone who always contributes. This time of the year, we might not have enough food, so the monies that we receive, we're able to buy whatever our clients need from Wegmans and ShopRite. So thank you so much for all that you do for us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for all you do for us. We have Peg Catalanis here from St. James, Edie from First Baptist. Who else? We have a list here. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Oh, here it is up top. Got Marion from Israel Presbyterian. I said Peggy. We said Jake. Edie from First Baptist. Anybody else that would like to say a few words on behalf of your congregations? Anybody want to come up to the microphone? Okay, come on up. Well, Rob, I want to thank Vito Simaluka here. Vito runs this community center on our recreation department. Fantastic facility, fantastic department. And every time we need to come up here and do an event, we get it like that. Snap, no problem.
And we're a food drop-off spot here, too.
And the community center is also a food drop-off spot. So if you're watching on TV and you want to know where to bring a few cans of food or boxes of food, you can bring them right here to the community center. So on your way to work out, please feel free to drop off a can or a box. Edie?
Good morning. Thank you, Mayor, for all that you do for us in this community. Peter for the tireless effort that you do all year round. To everyone up here on the platform, for your donations, your time, for everyone that participates, for all our food pantries that are represented here today, thank you so much. And you know, we just ask that you continue to help us out because there is need out there for sure. And you know, donate and let's do good. Let's do well this year, okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I also want to thank Goya, a company in Woodbridge, who's already donated 1,800 pounds of food. I want to thank the people that work with Debbie Tina Campagna from RSI Bank in Colonia and Dr. Emma Yepes-Ziegelborg, who's a chiropractor in Colonia. And also want to mention Kevin Cuff, who's the manager of Wegmans. I think that pretty much covers everybody, except ShopRite, who's not here, as I said. But I want to thank Sean Gavin, the manager there. As I said before, Wegmans and ShopRite always have a little bit of a competition. We encourage that competition because if one beats the other one day, the next one beats them the next day. We like when they fight. We don't normally like people fighting in town, especially you kids. Don't do that. But I shouldn't say fight. It's a friendly competition between ShopRite and Wegmans, and that's always fun. So with that, I think that wraps everything up. Please remember, by February 14th, $214 or 214 pounds of food if you're a business. If you're a resident, a box, a can, anything. Monetary donations, like I said, are always accepted to buy cheese and bread and milk and things like that don't get donated. So it's a great effort. Each year we seem to do better than the year before, so let's try to make sure that we do even better than last year this year. Thank you for watching.